Hello everyone, and welcome to my very first live impressions of the handling on F1 2019. So I very recently played F1 2018, and I played about 6 hours of it, all on time trial, all on the Montreal track, which is what we're going to be doing here. So I thought I'd do a live comparison. I'll just play the game as I did then and see how I get on. The only real difference is I was running quite an advanced setup then, and now I'm running a completely standard setup. That's the main difference, but other than that, I thought I'd jump on. This is pretty much my first laps. I did just try a few laps, but unfortunately found out that my throttle needed a dead zone adding to it, which is of course affecting the handling because I was always on the throttle, about 1%, even went off the throttle in real life. So I did have to set a couple of laps first, and we'll try again, which is a bit unfortunate. I wanted this to be my very first laps, but such is life. So coming through the final turn then, and I will say straight away that you've all noticed that there's now some wind noise at high speed. That never used to happen previously. You never used to get any wind noise in the F1 games at high speed, not the noise that you'll be able to hear anyway. Listen for that out in the background. I'm sure you guys might have already noticed it anyway. And again, unfortunately, as this isn't quite my first laps, I am a little bit used to this handling already. I literally have only done, I think, about 5 laps I did, so it's still pretty new. But I will say that the rear end is quite a lot different. You see there my personal best, huge amount of oversteer ahead of us, just to perfectly illustrate my point. The rear end feels a little bit lighter. Again, this could be to do with setup differences, so it's hard to draw any firm conclusions. And there we go, look at that. Huge amount of oversteer there. The rear end just snaps a bit easier, which is good. It feels a bit more realistic. Rather than the previous game, you used to very much be able to drift it through the corners, and that was the fastest way to go, unfortunately. Was just getting a slight drift through the corners, and that would be the quickest way to go. And that is the removal of ballast has helped to get rid of that, I think, in the setup. And so that's pretty much gone this year, I'm told, which is certainly a good thing. And it does just seem like traction's a bit hard this year. Also, it's a little bit tougher over the curves, over the grass. Any little bumps just unsettles the rear a little bit more. The rear is just generally a little bit more sensitive. I did say on my previous attempt at recording this video, when I had my throttle dead zone issue, that I thought there was less front end, but now I've realised I had a throttle dead zone issue. The front end does feel pretty similar, I have to say, for the most part. And I think you do have to be a little bit more careful on the throttle with this game. You have to be a little bit more gentle with the inputs. Like through here. There we go, see? That wasn't too aggressive. If you watch back and watch my throttle meter, I wasn't being aggressive with the throttle. I had it on a certain amount and I was maybe slowly increasing it, but wasn't being aggressive, but it just suddenly just kicked around. And just because I had a little bit too much pressure on, and eventually the tyres just went, nope, can't do that. And I will say as well, time trial course does have everything isolated, all the variables. So things like tyre temperatures, tyre wear, ERS deployment, all of that is exactly the same for every second of the lap. It doesn't change at all. So it will be a fairly fair comparison. Of course, tyre temperatures do affect things quite a bit. I'm actually somehow up on my previous, despite actually taking it quite easy on that lap. That's just my dead zone issue. Oh wow, lots of oversteer on the exit there. I managed to save it though. I think it is possible to be aggressive. You just got to be so ready to catch some oversteer. Right, we'll see if we can do a bit better this time. All over the curb, round the corner. Oh, a bit too aggressive. We get away with it though, just about. Do lose a bit of time in terms of straight line speed though. A little bit too cautious on the throttle, I think, on the exit that time. Brakes feel fairly similar, I will say. They do lock up a little bit easier. Be more cautious there to make sure that same thing didn't happen as last lap. Look at all that time we're gaining on our delta, lovely. Ooh, I felt a bit cautious through there, but upshift earlier, I think. As well, in this game previously, you tended to downshift quite a bit in order to get the car to slow down. That was a bit too deep. One poor exit because of it. Oh no, nightmare. Somehow beating our previous lap though. Just shows how rusty I am. Just need to get into this game a little bit. And yeah, so in real life they tend to use quite high gears. So like through that last turn in the chicane, I think they even used third. Maybe they did go down to second, but certainly in this game, that's annoying. But certainly in this game, or in the previous game rather, in F1 2018, the previous games, you tend to shift down a lot to get the car to slow down, and also to get the rotation in the corner. But I think in this game it's slightly different. You don't necessarily want that much rotation because of that exact reason. It needs to be smooth, and it strikes me this game you have to be smoother. I think that's the key thing here. Brakes lock up a bit easier, and throttle you have to be quite a bit smoother. Potentially even shift up a bit earlier because of it. So I'm going down to third still there. That's probably one of the ways I'll need to adapt to this game, is just maybe not shifting down quite so much as I did with previous games. And that will make a difference. You can hear that wind noise as I come down the straight. I'm going to try and make that corner. Miles off. this lap's invalidated anyway, and we're on our way off because we've been sort of chilling and chatting. And also down that's the better line. I don't know if we should, again, I don't know if we should go to first. Again, there, a little bit of oversteer. Potentially should shift up just before I get onto the throttle. Potentially should shift up to third there just to dull the power a little bit. Now we need to get on the power a little bit easier. So we're now 6/10 down on previous, but we'll have a run at the next lap. See if we can do. I should be going up to 4th through there. Didn't want to be that wide, but we got away with that just about. Going up to 8th, probably shouldn't, but oh no, that's going to be disallowed. That's okay. We'll do another couple of laps anyway. We'll start concentrating a bit more rather than talking and actually try and get some decent times in. That's much better through there. Again, quite cautious on the exit on the throttle there. Just having to be a bit cautious. Not quite used to this handling model yet. A little bit deep through there. It's cost us time in the second corner. We're still able to gain though because of that big mistake we made on our best. And look at that, somehow still over 7/10 up on our best. Let's go into the next braking zone, potentially turning a bit early there. That's okay though, a little bit wide. Just being quite cautious, you're just constantly so scared of oversteer, and I think that's quite a big difference in this game. Well, it's a bit deep. God, it slowed down there just about. That was a better exit, I think, was it? It was indeed. Can we gain a second on our previous? Hopefully we can. Is this a disallowed lap? This is a disallowed lap anyway, isn't it? We made the mistake in the first turn. We know there's certainly a second in our best lap. Oh. Just had to floor it there and hope for the best. Just catch the oversteer. Get away with it though. Oh, turning a little bit late. I compromised my second turn quite heavily. Pushes out hugely wide, kind of trying to get the power to make up for it, which we have done. That was much better through there. Carried a lot of speed, lots and lots and lots of oversteer on the exit. They've been a bit aggressive on the throttle. Trying to make up some time, get it slowed down a bit nicer here. So we have better exit. That was wide. We kept it pinned though. We wanted that getting through here. Over 8/10 up this time. Bit deep, bit deep, bit deep. Got away with it. We upshifted a bit early there. Was a little bit cautious on the throttle, but again got away with that. We're almost a second up. Too deep, that was silly. Short shifting to try and get up to speed. 1.1 up there, we haven't gained time through that overall. Starting to get out of breath with all this, you see how much I'm tensing just to keep control of the car. That's just part of my driving style. I tend to do that with talking as well. That was really good through there. Wow, certainly for this current state of my driving. 109.2. Certainly a lot more time to be had as well, isn't there? To be 101st on the leaderboard, wow. And we're already a 10th and a half up. Oh, that's too deep. That's a shame. We were looking pretty good that lap. Almost 2 cents up going into there. I think we'll do one more lap after this. And then we'll call it time on this video. Oh, getting hot. So unfortunately it is British summertime now, which means that it's going to be a few sweaty recording sessions for me, I think, this year. No aircon, unfortunately. And also, this particular video with the webcam, got my door behind me, having to keep that shut. So it could be a sweaty summer for myself. As I said, it's just my driving style. I tend to drive quite tense. I've always done it, I don't know why. Right, come on, we want this next lap to be a good one. So yeah, I think braking I've adapted to quite quickly. The inside does lock a little bit easier, but it's only really the inside that locks easier, as far as I can tell, which is just a bit more off weight. But anyway, ooh, that was almost too deep. Shouldn't we go down to 4th there? I don't know where we are. Should stay in 5th really. We can exit there onto the next lap. Oh no, bit deep. Oh, hugely deep. That's cost us. We just kept it pinned and hoped for the best. It's not gone well. Oh, nice view there though. Oh, lively rear end. We're really pushing this lap. That was not a good line through there. That's too much. That is too much. You can see this just it really snaps, which is great. I think last year's game gave you quite a lot of leeway when it was going to snap. Oh, that's too deep. You sort of almost could take your time, and that's why you could drift the car, because you didn't need to correct it immediately. It sort of almost gave you a bit of leeway, so you could just hold the drift through the corner and then roll with it. Whereas this game, it snaps. If you get too much oversteer, it'll be okay, on the limit, and then it's gone. And you really have to be quick to correct it, which is which is good. That is what you see in real life, isn't it? You don't see the drivers just sliding there going, oh yeah, I'll better correct this. We'll do one more lap because that was a bit of a disappointing one. Oh, that's too much. We'll do one more lap, I promise, guys. We'll go down to 5th in that final turn, hopefully, and we'll do one last lap. Even if this one goes wrong, we'll still roll with it. Hope we don't get through this final chicane now. Ooh, that's okay. Again, though, just taking too much curb there. That's the line I used to take on F1 2018. Potentially it doesn't work in this game. That's too deep. That's too deep again. And that's the braking point I used to use on F1 28 with the setup. That was silly. Silly on the exit. We'll carry on the lap anyway. We're only a 10th down. A bit deep. Gonna cost me. Did indeed cost me about a 10th. So we're now 10th down first sector. Nice late apex, that's what you want. Oh, it's too cautious on the throttle. I was too scared of it snapping then, see? That's what this game does. I still gained through there, but just too scared of it snapping. And again there, a bit cautious on the throttle. Gain overall. Losing it on the exit, mind. Still gone too deep through there. Pretty much matching our previous time, aren't we, somehow? It's about having a pretty ordinary lap, so clearly there's a lot more time to be gained there. And it's all about rear end. All about rear end. A little bit about the lockups, but you can adapt to that quite quickly. Front end feels pretty similar. Wouldn't go for it through here, for the best. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. There we go. Well, we ended up with a 9.2. We'll have a look in the garage to see where that put us on the leaderboards. Before we end this video, where I think it's 101st. There we go, 101st. Top guys are low 8s. Wow, okay, so we're a solid second off, but actually I think I ended last year's game being about maybe 6-7 tenths off, so to be a 1.2 off with only doing about 10 minutes game time in this game, I'll certainly take that. Oh, I'm going to catch my breath. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and a few more videos for me to come. Of course, I'm not running a custom setup as well, the top guys are. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope it was informative. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.